Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 10809 Northeast Fremont here in Portland, checking the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. I'm going to describe everything as if you were standing in the parking lot or the road facing into the property. So this is the left side unit, that's the right side unit over there. We're starting out the left side, going into a 4-inch ABS cleanout right in front of the patio here by the doorway. Water is currently off, although this is an actively lived-in home, plenty of water goes down it. Little teeny tiny bitty offset there. That's about a 1/16 to a 1/4 inch out of whack. That's hardly worth talking about. It's so minor. 4-inch 3034 PVC now. And whatever renters you got in this building, I'd keep them. They are keeping this thing spiffy clean. That is immaculate. Hey, transitioning back over to ABS now. Thus far, everything's looking great. Alright, we're going to try and get some water running in the right side unit. This line passes directly underneath the right side unit. They're interconnected together underneath the floor of the right side. And we've already popped out the other side. The tie-in we went past about 10 feet or so ago is a clean-out access right at the fence line. Now, we just went through the world's tiniest belly. We're talking like a 1/16 of an inch of water. It's crazy minor. Do you have any indication as to what? All right, we're in some standing water right now. And we'll talk more about this when we get the line drained out. right, doing a hard vertical drop here. I've only got about 1 foot of camera left. But when you get this hard vertical dive like this generally indicates you are very close to the main lateral. Especially after a run like that we just made. The line's diving down to get down to main lateral level here. I'm going to try and drain the line out and see if we can. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to locate this with the depth we're at, but we'll see. We should be very, very close to the main. Wouldn't surprise me if it's just a few feet in front of us. I'm not getting the glint off the pipe wall, but at the angle we're running at, you're not necessarily going to. This part of my camera, I don't get to see terribly often. I forget how nice that feels. That cable's hardly ever pulled out that far. As we're getting close to coming back through the that right side building, this line just shoots directly underneath the right side building, and the line essentially runs dead straight end to end. And where we stopped there was just into the roadway, into city responsibility. So we've got some grease and debris built up throughout the line. You've got sporadic bellies throughout the line, most of which are very minor. For example, this one here. And that's stuff that I fully expect to see on lines this length. Very common. Most of them are hovering in the 1/16 to a 1/4 inch realm. We do have a belly there towards the very end of the sewer line. It's holding right about an inch of standing water, and I'll have to go back and review the video to get the exact dimensions of it, but it's out there getting pretty close to the street edge. In some of these areas, we've got some reasonably thick grease and debris buildup in and around the areas of standing water. The rest of the line here actually looks quite good. I am going to recommend a HydroJet on the line, though, just to clean the whole line up, get all the grease buildup out of the pipe, and bring the thing back down to base. So there's no buildup in here for the new homeowner to deal with or have it contribute to anything once they take over. I think that's a very reasonable ask and compromise, considering there are some bellies in the sewer line, most of which are not ones that are going to be causing flow issues unless there's abusive items going down the line. But these are also rentals where tenants are in them, and you can't control what's going down the line. So I think it's a reasonable thing to HydroJet this thing and bring it back down to a nice clean slate. All the pipe we've scoped here, all of it is in good shape. Everything's intact. I mean, considering what you've got here, which in total is probably about a 210, 215 foot line, this is actually installed quite nicely, considering what you had to work with here. It's not an easy thing to grade a line out that far, unless you're up on a hillside. After any cleaning is performed, I recommend a rescope afterwards to show the work. Offset joint there, very, very minor. That lip is too small to affect functionality. If you blocked up on a lip that tiny, it has nothing to do with the debris or the lip. You need a very, very large improper item to accomplish that. Anyway, as the line sits currently, we have adequate flow of the main lateral. You'll have improved flow and functionality after the line is clean, and I do recommend doing that. Otherwise, the bellies, in my opinion, are too minor, considering the length and distance they are from the home, but also considering the length of the sewer line and just the difficulty in general, the nature of the beast with putting a line like this in, especially when it's in a neighborhood that was never designed for it from inception. This is done after the fact, you know, decades later, so actually got a pretty good result out of that install, realistically. That's my experience with these long lines like this.